The economy and the job market have been on a wild ride. Every day, headlines highlight the challenges facing employers, and at the top of that long list right now is the struggle to find enough qualified candidates to fill open roles. Sterling surveyed thousands of HR professionals and recent job seekers and came away with some positive news. Despite all of those scary headlines, it turns out we are actually in a moment of great opportunity. Let's take a quick look at the results. Here's a tough number to digest. More than 70% of job seekers consider dropping out or did drop out of their most recent hiring experience. That's a big number. What made so many candidates get to this point? 39% said the process took too long. 37% said it was too complicated. Others said the employer required too many touch points along the way, or that they had an issue with the background screening process. But as I mentioned, there is good news. Employers seem to be actively working to fix many of these issues. Our research revealed that the vast majority of HR departments are investing in ways to improve the candidate experience. In fact, only 11% of the HR professionals we surveyed said they're not making any investments to alleviate hiring challenges. So what investments are these companies making to improve the hiring processes? 49% said they're investing in technology to enhance or simplify the candidate experience, and 40% said they're making efforts to automate the process. Departments are also working on integrating background screening and identity verification for a seamless experience, improving benefits and perks, rethinking the traditional full-time work structure, and finding compliance partners to help keep up with rapidly changing hiring regulations. Companies making these efforts will likely reap the benefits of a smoother, more pleasant experience for their job candidates. When it comes to background screening, 88% of respondents expect their programs to change in the near future. And for most, that means making their screening more thorough by adding new services. Identity verification and social media screening top the list of those new services. One of the most interesting findings was that nearly a third of HR leaders say they only conduct background checks on traditional employees, even though the majority of them say they expect to hire more contingent and remote workers over the next 2 years. When asked what's most important to job seekers when they decide where to apply, it's no surprise that pay and benefits top the list at 83%. But following a very close second at 82% is the need to feel safe in the workplace. 59% of job seekers told us their background screening experience made them feel more confident about joining an organization. As companies become more creative with building and maintaining their workforces, they are realizing they need to shift their background screening practices to focus on fostering trust, creating a feeling of safety, and developing a culture of authenticity across all types of employees. Now, we have just scratched the surface here, but you can get an in-depth look at the entire survey at www.sterlingcheck.com/2022 report. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you again next time.